Galpo Organization Kenya was founded in 2019 December with an aim of helping menstrual hygiene in Bungoma County. We thought many girls don't have enough access to sanitary towels or menstrual hygiene education in any way.
Yes.
And that's why we came up with the idea of starting the organization.
Wow. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. My name is Deborah Kisongochi, and this is my safe space on Number One TV. Thank you so much for watching our show. Thank you so much for the amazing feedback that you're sending our way. Our number is below on your screen. If you want to talk to us, if you want to come to this show, we are open. Call us, text us. We reach out to you and host you wherever you are on my safe space, because this is a platform where we engage, we talk, and we build each other by empowering stories, by sharing our stories so that we can help someone who is out there in a situation that we are in. And guys, of course, we are here at Del Suits Bungoma. Del Suits gives us an amazing space to host this show for you. If you're out there, maybe you have a wedding, you have a baby shower, or you want to take nice photos, look at what we have behind here. We have a beautiful garden. Come to Del Suits Bungoma. They also have Airbnb space where they can accommodate you. Maybe you're traveling to Bungoma and you are looking for a space where you want to stay. Come to Del Suits Bungoma. Thank you so much for joining us. And as per usual, guys, we have a guest on board. Not gonna Gen Z hapa. Of course, I bring people who are doing an amazing thing here in Bungoma County and beyond. So let me give her an opportunity to introduce herself. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Maybe I give you an opportunity to introduce yourself to our guests. Maybe your name and what you do in Bungoma County and things like that.
Thank you so much. My name is Neke Samantha Makoha. I'm the head advocate of AYP Bungoma, Girl Power Organization Kenya. Yeah. Maybe if I give a brief introduction of Girl Power.
For sure, yeah.
Girl Power Organization Kenya was founded in 2019 December with an aim of helping menstrual hygiene in Bungoma County. When the organization began, we thought many girls, especially in Tongarin sub-county in Bungoma, don't have enough access to sanitary towels or menstrual hygiene education in any way. And that's why we came up with the idea of starting the organization.
Wow. Why Tongaren? Because, come on, Bungoma County is very big. Why did you guys choose Tongaren sub-county?
Now that this was the idea of our executive director, she comes from Tongarin and she has been raised there, and she saw it as a problem because, as you can see, in Bungoma County as large, Tongarin sub-county has a problem. Teenage pregnancies at a higher rate in Tongarin. HIV consumption is higher in Tongarin. So that's why we measured in Tongarin at first.
So you mean now it's more of giving back to the community?
Giving back to the community.
Wow, that is beautiful. Now you've talked about HIV infections, you've talked about early pregnancies, and of course, as per statistics, Tongaren is among the leading sub-counties in Bungoma County. Maybe if you can just give us an insight as Girl Power, because I know you have done different programs in Tongaren sub-county. Maybe what are things that lead to early pregnancies and maybe HIV infections among adolescents, right? Not even youths alone, even adolescents. What are the factors that lead to such numbers, high rate numbers in Tongaren sub-county?
You see, Girl Power, normally we deal with teenagers from the age of 10 to 24 years old. And as I've said, we began with a policy of menstrual. We wanted to help people with understanding menstrual hygiene in all perspectives. But we later came to discover that these youths are lacking more than just knowledge on menstrual hygiene, which were more important, like the triple threat, which includes the HIV, GBV, and teenage pregnancy. So most of them came with a conclusion of getting early pregnancies, which leads to early infections because of primitivity, lack of resources, and poverty. So we came with this because those that have already given birth, the teenage mothers that as per se, they don't get access to go back to school because of the societal norms. Yeah, and we wanted to show them that they can do this even when they have the babies already. Yeah, so poverty is one of the biggest biggest issue of causing teenage pregnancy and illiteracy, because someone will say, you won't get this HIV infection if you use this. Yeah, something like water. They tend to manipulate young girls, and so you come and find most youths, teenagers at most too, find themselves infected because of lack of knowledge.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Now that girl power, you've done your statistics, you've done your background checks, and realized that poverty and illiteracy is what is leading these girls, or maybe even young boys, to be infected with HIV/AIDS, or young girls to be pregnant. What are some of the programs that you run in Tongaren to make sure that they are all inclusive?
So at first we began with menstrual hygiene. We placed it under Dada's program, where it deals with only deals with teaching about menstrual hygiene, how we get sanitary towels for the girls.
Wow.
And we also came up with the Ndoto program. Ndoto program is where we decided to make it an in-school activity, where we can reach students, youths that are still in school or teenagers. And under this, we also teach them economically. We teach them how to make money out of it, so that they can be financially independent on their own. Yeah, because most girls end up, you might ask a girl, why did you give birth at the age of 14? And they will be like, I was trying to get sanitary towels by sleeping with a man. Yeah, and sleeping with a man, you won't even get the money now to buy the sanitary towels because you get pregnant at last. Yeah, and so with that, we decided to teach them, under the Ndoto program, we decided to teach them about making soaps. Whether you're in school or not, you are allowed to learn on how to make the Ndoto detergents. We make all type of detergents. We make the shower gels, Downy, we make disinfectants, we make all-purpose. So we teach them how to make it, and then we give them a place where they can make it at first, and then they can sell it, so that the money that they're using, or if anyone buys from the organization the disinfectants or the soaps, it's promoting a girl child, because them buying from us, it's us buying pads or condoms for the boys. Now that is under Ndoto's program. We also have the AYPs. AYP, we deal with youths. We're trying to train. We are working with NSDCC on this, where we try to bring youths at the age maybe of 19 to 24 to learn on how to educate others out there, to teach them about reproductive health and everything.
Wow. Talking of teaching youths about reproductive health and maybe STIs, HIV, and things around that. You know, we come from Bungoma County, and some things that are taboo to even talk about them.
I know.
Yeah. So how do you guys get into Tongaren and talk to youths, and how is the perception of their parents when their daughters or sons attend these programs? How do you guys cap that?
It was difficult. 2019 December, all of us, anyone who was working with Girl Power organization was named a prostitute. Because why are you giving out condoms? Why are you telling girls about the vagina? Why are you telling men about the penis? Why are you taking men to courts because they are harassing women in their homes? So it was difficult. Societal norms, religious beliefs, it's a fight. And coming from Bungoma, especially Tongareni, parents believe something like contraceptives, it's a taboo. They say they have the misconceptions of using any kind of contraceptives. You won't give birth in future, but it
causes barrenness. That's what they say.
It causes even cancer, apparently.
Wow.
So we have tried our best, but from 2019 till now, I can say there is a change, because we have also found a way of talking to parents into accepting, because when a parent says, this is not a bad thing, so my daughter is not idle just running around but can make soap.
Yes.
She's not that stupid.
She's learning a skill.
Yeah. So they tend to allow them to come. So when they see one person improving, another one improving, other parents also feel free to send their people over, their kids over.
Oh, wow.
So that has helped. And we have also, we are working with the chief barazas and police.
Oh, wow.
We're also working with the religious leaders. So they help us.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh,
so,
wow. Talking about, you mentioned something about giving condoms to young boys, meaning you guys are not leaving the boy child behind.
No, we are not.
So I'm very sure also getting these boy childs to come on board is not easy.
It's very difficult.
What strategies are you guys using? Because I know there's somebody out there who has an organization like Girl Power, and they're wondering, okay, now I've been reaching out to the girl child, but I feel like in my constituency there's a gap among the boy child because now there are no programs that are bringing together the girl and the boy so that they can have a conversation, so that they can understand that this thing, it's not a one-sided thing. There's the boy and there's a girl. That's why there's early pregnancies, So how do you guys bring these boys on board?
As the name says, it's Girl Power organization. So it's our own power.
Yes.
Girls, our own girls make us know how to approach the boys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because most of our girls from the age of early as 13 already are mothers. You see?
Wow.
So they tend to take us to their men. At first it was difficult, but now when they began saying, but you have taught me this, what about the boys? Can you talk to the boys to come to us?
Oh, wow.
At first it was difficult, but some of them managed. Though that was not the best strategy, we decided to use mobilization of young boys, our own brothers from the community. As I've said, we all personally, most of us who work with Girl Power come from there.
Oh, nice.
So it was easy in convincing our own brothers, support us, talk to your friends, And then Boda Boda writers were also very cooperative. When we talk to the Boda Boda writers, most of them refer them because, they know many people in the community. They know a lot of things happening there.
True,
so they help us with the mobilization, actually. They volunteer for us into mobilizing the boys.
Amazing.
And that's why we came out with a sports activity, because most boys are good at sports.
Oh, true.
So we hold once in a while, maybe in public holidays or holidays when schools have closed. We decide on having a big sporty thing, maybe a football
tournament,
athletic, and during that process we take an hour or 30 minutes because Gen Zs are not patient people. And you tend to teach them a little.
All right. Amazing. You guys are doing an amazing initiative because I think not so many people are talking loudly and boldly about what is happening in the world today.
True.
And I think, as you said, if as the youths cannot talk about it, how are our young sisters and brothers going to learn about it? So we're still here on Number One TV. We're still here on My Safe Space. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for keeping here with us. And we're still here with our guest, Miss Martha Makoha from Tongareni. What was Tongareni? I can see you behind there. Let's go to Gen Z, and we are talking about something that is affecting you, it's affecting me, it's affecting anybody who is around you in the community. So she's told us what Girl Power is doing there back in Tongaren constituency. I know you are out there, you have an organization that is doing what she's doing, and she'll be sharing more details on maybe how you guys can collaborate, on how she can even come to your constituents and share what they are doing as Girl Power. They can even train you to make some detergents and soaps. Come on, don't just sit there and say, now what are we going to do? Talking about that, Martha, as per now, I think the whole world knows that most of these organizations that we run were being funded by the US government or initiatives from the US. What do you think is going to happen to us as maybe advocates or organizations that have been depending on such aids?
Honestly speaking,
yes.
as honestly
yes, as it comes.
I feel like if Kenya was organized enough, this couldn't have affected us in any way.
Wow.
Yeah.
If
we could have organized ourselves, if we could have structured our things strategically well, the pullout of the USAID couldn't have been a big damage to us. But now that things are on the ground and many people actually were depending on it, actually many CBOs and NGOs were depending on the the support, it's going to affect us. These condoms are provided for from hospitals, from good donors, and these are people who access them from the government.
For sure.
Yeah, which the government is profiting from the USAID.
Oh, wow.
You see, so the pull out, it's going to bring us change, which is imeshaanza. Watu wameshaanza kubabaika, washaanza kutuita scam, washaanza kucheka, but we are there. We are telling them to buy the cheap ones or advising them for other means. Those that can't prevent, kindly abstain.
For sure.
Because AIDS is not a friend.
Wow. So you talked about hizo initiatives mnafanya kule Tongaren. Labda maybe kwa hii ulisema the organization has been around since
2019.
I'm very sure there's a specific impact that you've had maybe on a specific girl or a specific youth, and you feel like this story, if I told somebody out there, it will change their perception about life, or it will change their story. Maybe uko Tongaren, do you feel that there's this specific girl, if she stood here today and said kama si girl power, maze maybe leo ningekuwa nime left. Maybe you can just share a little bit on that, and then we see how this goes about.
I'm thinking of one. We have many. Yeah, but I'll say the first one that I handled personally as mother. A girl came to me in 2020 during the Corona period. She was, I can't say rape because she consented the sex.
Although she's underage.
She was underage. She was 13 years old by that time. And akapata boyfriend. And you know how girls wakipata boyfriend, they cannot be told.
Huwezi mwambia kitu.
She was in class 8 at that time. Na akapata mimba bila kujua. So this girl got pregnant, and without even thinking about it, she was sure she was going to remove the pregnancy. She didn't even think about it. But she didn't have anyone to talk to. So akaongea na rafiki yake. Rafiki yake akamwambia kunywe majani. And majani she drank. Haikutoka.
Oh my goodness.
Akaambiwa kunywe quencher.
And diluted.
Yes, please. And quencher she drank. Haikutoka. So she, of course, in our villages, we always have that herbalist. So akakuwa involved with one herbalist. Akaenda akaconfide to the herbalist, akamwambia what she wants. And the herbalist akamwambia, okay, so you do this, come to me tomorrow morning. So the following day, the kid anajua the following day anaenda kutolewa mimba. But akafika anarudi kwao, anapata the herbalist anaongea na mama yake. So first and foremost, this kid's trust ilikuwa broken.
Very true.
And that's where she came to us, because alikuja kama amefukuzwa nyumbani. And you know our mothers, they tend to fear our fathers, and I don't know why. So the woman akamwambia, unajua babako hatakubali maneno, nataka uende kwa nyanyako kwanza, and then when you come back nitaongea na yeye ndo urudi. So on the process she found, because our office is just strategically placed in town, she saw girl power. And akaona watu wamekaa hapo nje. She was like, Jusina palipa kwenda, let me sit. And she sat, akaona vile kunaendelea, and she came to me, and this is how she told me. So from there I was involved, and nikamwambia, now what happens? You are in class 8. What happens? Akaniambia, mimi uzuri nimesha kuambia, wewe fanya vile unafanya. Wewe fanya vile unafanya, hata mimi niende kwa nyanyangu.
Oh my goodness.
So the girl left. As much as I would want to host her and talk to her every day, we also lack resources. I cannot do that. We don't have a safe house for them. So she went to the grandmother place, and she came back after some 7 months. This kid ameachishwa shule. Now the father is angry. Ataki mambo yake. So this girl comes to the office and she says, I want to go back to school. The pregnancy is too big. When you have mimba na uko shule,
stigma is crazy.
It's very it's everyone, including teachers that we want to trust with. They find you as the sin that no one has ever committed. So as ready as we were to help her to go back to school, because we did some little fundraising within us, she couldn't manage because she was not ready for the stigma and all that. So akaenda kwao. The father was harsh. She gave birth to in a very harsh environment. But tukaambia baba yake, no, don't do this. Now sisi tukakuwa na makosa. Watu wa girl power walifanya mtoto wake akapata mimba juu walifunza mtoto wake condom. You see? So the father was really angry. Akasema hata manage kumrudisha shule because of also their family background. And we said, tunakuomba ruhusa ya kutupea mtoto wako kila siku akuje kwa ofisi. We teach her something. She was the first girl we taught on how to make soap. So she managed, akajifunza. She was a bit slow in it, but I'm glad that she was persistent in knowing. So akajua kutengeneza sabuni, and she was so good at making downy. She still does the downy for us. But akapata pia kikapo kwa ofisi, she has been taught on how to do some administrative tasks, and we were giving her some little stipend, and she was selling the soap. So later on she came to us and told us, nataka kwenda shule. Now when she's going to school, I don't know why in this hospital when she gave birth to this child, things were not tested, but we never knew she was positive then.
Oh my goodness,
So senya nenda shule, we are happy and all that. Another boom. She's HIV positive. And it brought her really down. She didn't want to come to the organization. She took everyone off, and we felt like maybe we have failed her. Because we have raised someone, and then all of a sudden she just wants to give up. It was heartbreaking. So we gave her some few months, which didn't turn out to months. It turns out to years. Ndo akaanza kubali kuchukua madawa. And then right now as we are talking, she has her own shop in Nairobi. She's doing really well. She's making soap part-time, and she's enrolled in school right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I think I'm still in, is it called Awe? Guys, come on. You see, those are impactful stories that we are hearing from Tongaren constituency, sub-county, and I'm very sure there's somebody out there maybe who is losing hope. Maybe they have an organization, they feel like the community does not accept that organization in whatever they are doing. Maybe what are some of the challenges that you faced as an organization in Tongaren, so that somebody who is watching us today can say, oh, siko peke yangu, you know, these things cut across everywhere.
Kitu ya kwanza, be ready for rejection. They will not accept you. They won't receive you with open arms. Na the fact that hatutaki kufunza watu wenye wanajua already kuhusu hizi vitu. We want to teach those who don't know. So you need to learn. It's like making a baby drink from the first day, and it's alcohol. It's not that easy. First of all, it's bitter. Secondly, this kid doesn't know the smell. So it's a process. You need to, inatakana wakubali kwa rejected, because if you're not rejected, then you're not in the right space.
Oh my goodness.
You need to be, inatakana wakutusi kidogo. You'll be insulted. Some will avoid you. You'll feel some sort of you'll also feel, even family members will not want to associate with you, because they'll be like, mbona huyu kwa page yake kuna condoms kila pahali, mbona anaongea tabia mbaya, mbona anafunza watu na suruali. You understand? It's not easy. And you need to learn how to be vulgar, because if you want to talk to people in the village, you have to be vulgar. You have to go direct to the point. You tell them, you tell them how it is, so that waijue hivyo, usianze na kitu mzuri and then you sugarcoat it and then later on uitwe muongo. Tell them this is this, this is that. That way they will just come around. They will always come around. The example of this girl I've given you as my story part. The parents right now, they've given us 4 of their cousins. And any girl power, go. Acha endo awafunza hata kufanya kitu. Cheni kukaa tu hapa. You understand?
Amazing.
So the community will always come around. Ours took a while. from 2019 December. Actually, they accepted to hold us in their barazas, allow us to talk in churches last year.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's tough. But if they see your determination and they see change, you trust me, they will always come.
Wow.
They will always come back. In fact, they will look for you. You'll just see, kuja tafadhali, ongea na watu. Kuja, tuko na something, we want you there. Teach these people about incest, because actually incest also in Bungoma is everywhere.
Crazy.
Girls are being raped by their fathers, brothers, uncles, grandfathers. We are solving those cases and they are not good. So if you talk to them and tell them that these things are known, tunajua, they will come to understand and they'll come to allow you to talk about them. Even in churches, they allow us to teach.
Oh, wow.
They allow us to teach youths in them about contraceptives. And that warms us a lot. Because if the church accepts us, the security which the police supports us, then that means the community also supports us.
Very true. Very true. Wow. I think I'm also encouraged. This is my safe space. We talk about all the safest ways of which how we can empower our community. And thank you so much, guys, for joining us and for keeping here at Number One TV. So as we maybe try to wind up our interview today, I know there are guys or organizations out there who are depending on aids from outside Kenya to run their organizations. What strategies do you think they can put in place so that they can still be helping the community? Because there are people who are depending on these organizations, but some of them are going down the drainages because they don't have funds to keep them running afloat. Do you think is that there's a way in which they can still help the community and run as the way Girl Power is running, and how can they do that?
One secret is having some private donors. It's very difficult to get private donors, but if you have a stakeholder or two who will help the organization in any way, individually, then you'll be sorted. Though we have other strategies, we have other organizations apart from the US ones, which help. You know, when people begin the organization, they just focus on US. What about Europe? what about China? Why are people forgetting all these other countries? What about Kenya itself? Euros are more than dollars. Let's focus on the bigger plate. If you really want to be funded with an organization that you know cannot backfire on you like US backfired on some people, go for organizations that most people don't fight for. For example, Tigarize Kenya, right now known as TICO, we are working with them, and they're very friendly because they're offering free services to girls. They give you a card, a girl goes to a hospital and get free service. Just like that. You get with some little token. So you see, these are some of the organizations that are ready to help out here, many. We just have to stop focusing on the US ones. And also look for a way of maintaining your own organization without being sponsored.
True. Very true.
I can say proud, okay, we are trying. We are not there yet. We need funding. But if they don't provide, what now? Right now, people are not giving us sanitary towels. Will we stop giving girls sanitary towels? Hapana, we cannot do that. We are getting money from the soaps we make. You allow yourself to think. I tell my colleagues tell me, kubali kufikiria. Don't be too strict with yourself. So ukifikiria on a way of making money with your own organization, you can run it. You can fund yourself, you can fund people there. It may not be much, but the little that you are doing, trust me, it's impactful.
Wow. Very sure somebody out there is inspired. I'm very sure kama walikuwa wameficha mapepers huko chini ya kitanda, amezichomoa, anaenda kurudi asaidie community. So maybe as we wrap up, a word to the community out there, because we are not calling a spade.
True.
And it's affecting us. We've seen the numbers. Young girls in our schools are pregnant. And it's because we don't want to address this issue. Maybe what is your word to the community out there?
Communities at large. I'll give each message to each platform.
For sure.
Parents, kindly. our kids are having sex out there, raw sex and safe sex without condoms. Allow them to learn about contraceptives. True. If you're scared enough to bring them to learn from us, then you learn and teach them.
True.
Because AIDS is not something you'll see like this and no. Yeah. And ARVs right now are not there. So please, youth, vijana, be safe. Use one way or the other.
Yeah.
Use any means to keep yourself safe. Penda mwili yako. Because whatever you consume in that body, it's you.
True.
Hautaiosha na itoke immediately.
Totally.
Yeah. So when you keep yourself safe, trust me, pia utajua vitu zenye na kuingia ni safe.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
And anyone who is sexually active should be ready to talk about it. True. Sex is not a sin. True. Yes, they say sex before marriage is a sin, but nowadays everyone is having it. It's like water. Just have it in a safe way. Very many ways. If you don't love condoms and you can't abstain, reach our platforms. We'll teach you very many other ways on how to protect yourself.
Wow. Talking about people reaching your platforms, how can we get you?
You can get us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. All of them at Girl Power Organization Kenya. On TikTok, we are known as Girl Power Kenya.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tunataka kuja Tongareni.
Kindly. Though we are not only based in Tongareni,
really? Wow.
We are also here in Bungoma. We are expanding to Mount Elgon and Webuye. So we want to concentrate more on Bungoma. Tupunguze ukimwi Bungoma tafadhali.
For sure.
Yeah.
Inabidi. Wow. Guys, thank you so much. I'm very sure some of you are out there thinking, what is happening on my safe space today? This is a very safe space. And we talk about issues that are affecting us here in Bungoma County, here in the country and beyond. And these are things that are happening out there. And stigma is real. If we don't talk about it, we are the ones who are going to cry about our babies. And as you said, guys, there are no ARVs nowadays. There are no condoms. Abstain. Thank you so much for watching My Safe Space. My name is Deborah Kisongochi. See you in the next one.